Alright mate, back here for another episode. Please make sure to drop a like and subscribe down below because we've got some brand new FIFA 16 content out right now. In the coming days we've got EA Access coming out, so all is well at the moment. I'm so chuffed, I cannot wait for FIFA 16 guys, I just cannot wait. Just cannot wait, it's going to be so good. But we've got some more interesting just little tips and thoughts and opinions at the moment on some of the English Premier League players which I intend to see next year and this year to really liven up the start of the Premier League and also the start of the RTGs of Ultimate Teams, and really get me started and get you other guys started and just have a look through some of these players and yeah, just share our thoughts and opinions and just see how good some of these guys actually are. Because some of these players we're going to go through are going to be fairly interesting. Some of them are going to be like, what the hell, Toby, what are you doing? Um, but overall, let's get into it. So we've got Kasper Schmeichel. We all know he's got a father called, I think it's Peter Schmeichel. But this guy is so impressive. Last year, he was absolutely amazing in goal. He saved so many long shots from other teams and all these other shots. He was absolutely brilliant. I mean, that's why he deserved that upgrade. He's a premium gold now, guys. He is absolutely beast in goal. He is so good. One player to really keep an eye out. He's fairly cheap now. Also in FIFA 60 he's going to be fairly cheap, so he's going to be one player to really keep an eye out. He's so good overall in stats with handling, diving, kicking, reflexes. I think this year he's going to be really up there for the goalkeepers in the Premier League. He's going to be one player I really want to start off with. I might keep him for a fairly long time until we get the bigger players like the Courtois, the Hayers, and you obviously got Begovic's, but he's going to be one player to really keep an eye out. And yeah, that's really it with Schmeichel. And yeah, let's get on to our next player. So our next player we're going to talk about is going to be Gabriel. Now we all know how good this guy is. I mean, since he's played, he has not even lost a game since he's been on the field with Arsenal. This guy is absolutely amazing in defence. He's so quick. He's so good at physical, so good at defending. I'm not sure why EA have given him like 78 or 79 pace. He deserves so much more. He's so good when it comes to defending. He's so strong. And I mean, this year I think he's going to be an absolute beast in defence with that Mbemba guy, which we're going to talk about a little bit later. But overall, this guy is so impressive on the ball when it comes to defending. He's just going to be an absolute beast. He's fairly cheap, so that's one thing that's going to really help. And he's going to be one sort of player that's going to be really popular getting started. He's going to be one sort of player I'm going to really look at getting myself. And hopefully we can pick him up when we start RTGs coming up in a couple of weeks' time. Our next player we're going to talk about, who is it? That's right, Neum. Now Neum's going to be absolute beast in right back. He comes from Watford. He's only just recently transferred from Granada, which is a team in Spain. He's really good, guys. One player to really keep an eye out. If you can't pick up Walker or Klein, he's going to be one player that people are really going to have a look at. He's really quick. He's fairly decent at defending, decent at physical, to be honest. But he's going to be one player to really keep an eye out because if you really can't afford players like Walker and stuff, he's going to be one player you're going to have to really look at. He's going to be really popular next year and this year. And just keep an eye on him, guys, because he's going to be an absolute beast in right back if you're playing the 4-1-2 or the 4 at the back. But if you're not, well, obviously that's that. But just overall, guys, keep an eye on Liam because this guy's an absolute tank in right back, and it just shows you there. Next player we're going to talk about is Mbemba. Now, I only just said Mbemba is going to be an absolute beast when it comes to him and Gabriel overall. This is my opinion, guys. So, I mean, this guy, he's got 82 pace, I think they've given him, and he's got 30 decent defending. He's only just come from defensive mid to a centre-back. He's only just recently transferred from Anderlecht to Newcastle. He's going to be a player to really keep an eye out, guys. This guy is so impressive when it comes to just defending in general. Physicality, he is just like a raging bull, guys. He is unbelievable, Jeff. He is so strong on the ball. He's got a decent bit of passing, decent bit of dribbling. He has got a decent bit of heading on him, so which you can see from the videos there. He can head the ball and put it in the back of the net. But overall, he's one player to really keep an eye out. It's going to be fairly expensive, I think, at the start, but he's going to slowly decrease in price because I think price ranges are going to be on the game again. So yeah, that's one player to really keep an eye out if you can't afford the other players or you're just not really interested because of the pace. So that's really going to help the pace overall. But that's really Mbemba overall, really, guys. There's nothing really else to talk about him. That's just really it, to be honest, guys. Now, the next player we're going to talk about is Ryan Bertrand. Now, I think it's Ryan. Yeah, I think it is Ryan, yeah. So, Ryan Bertrand, I think you're all wondering, why the hell are you doing Ryan Bertrand, guys? Why can't you do that other fella from Chelsea? I don't know what his name is, but I want to do Ryan Bertrand because this guy deserves to be talked about. He's so good. I mean, he's come from a silver up to a gold. He's come from Chelsea to Southampton, just transferred. This guy is going to be an absolute beast in that left back position. Overall stats are really decent. Decent bit of defending, decent bit of passing, decent bit of physicality. He's not that strong, but in that left back position, he can really pace down that little left wing, just like an Alaba. And he's really one of them sort of players. He's really cheap on the transfer market. And I'm to be honest, I'm going to pick him up. He's going to be one of them sort of players I'm going to use for a while until I get other players like Leighton Baines, Azpilicueta, Kieran Gibbs, Monreal, just those sort of players. And yeah, that's really Ryan Bertrand, to be honest. Next player we're going to talk about is an exciting prospect in the future. And just in general, guys, it's going to be Forvin. I don't know what his first name is, but this French guy from the right mid is so young. So much talent, guys, from Marseille. Only just transferred from Marseille to Newcastle a couple of weeks ago. But this guy is just so good. So much talent on that right midfield. Really decent dribbling, as you can see from the traits there. As in for the video, you can just see how good this guy actually is, how much of a prospect he is in the future, even for France in general. He is absolutely brilliant, really quick, decent dribbling, decent shot on him, isn't that strong at all, but for a right midfielder, fairly cheap, non-premium, he's going to be the sort of player I'm going to be looking at for the English Premier League, guys, and we might have to have a look at that when we start our our RTG. So that's that. Next player is Cameron Jerome. Now we all know how good this guy was back in Crystal Palace, back in the earlier days of his career. But now, getting a little bit older, but overall, back at Norwich in the Premier League, this guy is going to be very popular. Now, he's just like a Gabriel Bonhor, guys. That's all I can really say. He's got the pace, he's got a decent little shot on him, really strong. Not the greatest at dribbling, but as you can see from the videos, this guy can hit a ball. I mean, he's an absolute tank. He's so quick, guys, and he's going to be one of those sort of players who's gone up from a silver to a gold. Really need to keep an eye out. It's going to be just like a Shane Long overall. He's going to be so impressive in that striker position in the future for Norwich, but also in Premier League Ultimate Team. And to be honest with you guys, I'm going to have to take a look at this guy when we start our RTGs for FIFA 16 because he's so impressive. Now the next player we're going to talk about is, who is it? Wijnaldum. Now, not many people know who this guy is. He has just come from PSV Eindhoven, which is in the Dutch league. This guy is really impressive, guys. It's really impressive. Just recently transferred to Newcastle. Overall, this guy is amazing on the ball for an attacking midfielder. He's got the dribbling, he's got the shot, he's got the pace, he's got the passing, he's got all them proper stats you need for an attacking midfielder, and I think that's why Newcastle picked him up. This year he has been really impressive. Obviously the club hasn't been the greatest, obviously sitting at the bottom of the ladder like you do, but overall this guy is just going to be really impressive in the future for Netherlands. But obviously for Newcastle and obviously on Ultimate Team, he's going to be really cheap. Obviously not a premium this year, non-premium, but in the Premier League now, attacking midfield, I really need to keep an eye out for him. Now we're going to look at the reserves of his players that if you can't afford them or you don't really like to look at, these are players you want to look at as well. You've got players like Howard, who else do I have in there? Howard, AU, just them sort of players you need to want to keep an eye out. If you can't afford them, the other players I showed you, or just don't really like to look at. But there's a player called Steven Corker in there. Now, he's going to be a major little player to look at if you can't afford them, Bemba and Gabriel. But overall, that's really that. That's really that. The episode, to be honest, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Please make sure to comment on anything you don't like or you want me to improve on with these sorts of little episodes. But I tell you what, guys, I've got FIFA 16 coming out my neck in a couple of weeks, and even tomorrow EA Access is going to be on. Cannot wait to get some more content out. Be out every single day at the moment, guys. It's going to be so good, and I hope you enjoyed it, guys. I know I have. And yeah, guys, I'll catch you later.